I've never had a really good mani-pedi. Isn't that sad? There's no time for sadness. You could argue fairly that a lot of what I do is half-baked, but you couldn't argue that a biscuit is half-baked, because a biscuit is twice-baked. There was a movie, not particularly, there are people who really like this movie, I don't, and I can't quite remember the name. I think it's called And One for the Boys. Boys on the Side? And Boy? I feel like And was in the title, and then my brain says, no, And was not in the title. So it had to do with boys, with Whoopi Goldberg, Mary Louise Parker, and Drew Barrymore. And someone was interviewing Whoopi, because, you know, people call her Whoopi. And the person mentioned something about Drew Barrymore, who was still in a lot of the consciousness of American pop culture and Hollywood imaginary. This little girl from E.T. and the little girl from Cujo. So Drew Barrymore was newly adulted, and whoever was interviewing Whoopi Goldberg said something about Drew Barrymore and, you know, how grown she was, or that's where the conversation went. I was reading this in print, like, don't touch your finger. But we could do this back then because, you know, all it was going to do was give us strep throat or tuberculosis. And the interviewer said something about Drew Barrymore and how she's turned into quite a biscuit. And so I use that term all the time. So if someone sheds 20 pounds or gets really buff or has a new hairdo or in some way does some giant shift in physical appearance, I'll say, woo, fill in the blank, has turned into quite a biscuit.